So the title is won, and all that's left for us to do is to play the last game of the season, where we're going to check out the future of the club. Stick with me. What's up, guys? I'm ChasingLamely. Welcome back to episode number 92 of Passport to Poland. And in today's episode, we are taking on Legia Warsaw. You can see our lead at the top, even though we've already won the title, has dropped to 8 points because some things, boy howdy, have happened since we last met with the Gornik game and the Cracovia game. We then played Lechia and drew 1-1, and we lost 3-0 to Pogon. But you can see there, people like Sasha Lees, Mark Wright, who we'll see more of today. They've been making debuts or making rare appearances for the club. Michael Klima made a rare appearance. Akira Wright started the last game alongside Darren Mitchell, Nicholas Paz. Zdenek Vilcek has also been playing, so has Svetlin. It's been a bit of a mixed bag, rotational palooza. So today we're playing Legia. We're the favourites. We're first. And actually the mission today is to win, not for the sake of increasing that gap back up to 11 points. That would be nice. I want to try and help Lechia, who play Cracovia, to get into the second place spot, because Lechia, as you'll remember, are managed by Aaron Levy, who is one of our ex-heroes. We want to give him a chance to enhance his reputation. So, in doing so, because we like to do a favour for our boys, this is the team we're playing with. It is the very sort of traditional on the channel, picking the highest potential players, the stars of the future for the last game or last few games of the season, just to have a chance to see how ready they are before we decide who we keep, who we sell moving forward. So it's going to be Sarnowski, Kondraki, Bang, Black and Shihak playing at the back, with Wozniak, Longstaff, Jordao and Liss as the midfield, and Wright and Sterling start up top for old time's sake, although apparently Valdemar Liss and Akira Wright cannot play well together. No one knows why. Pachelski, Devine, Klima, Paz, Turek, Wright, Furley, Quimby and Sindalar are the bench for us today. Obviously, in terms of potential, Sindalar is by far and away our best striker, but this might be the last time we see Wright and Sterling together. Wright is coming towards the end of his career, and Sterling is wanted by QPR, and I think QPR may have just got promoted, if I remember rightly. Oh no, they didn't. I could have sworn I saw they just got promoted, but maybe they haven't. So maybe they're not quite big enough to take Keziah Sterling from us. So let's submit that. Let's get into the game. Let's see if we can win ourselves the last game of the season, really, and help Aaron Levy to become a bit of a hero, a B-story hero for the save, because it would be nice to help our boy achieve his potential. So no one on their team we know apart from Orgario, who used to play for us allegedly but didn't. I don't know if you remember from the last time we played them, but we had him on loan for a season, I think it was. We had him on loan for the 21-22 season a few years ago. For the whole season he didn't play. He wasn't good enough for our team. He spent another year on loan in Belgium. Then Legia paid 2.1 million to buy him from Lyon, and he's been more or less ever present ever since. So it sort of shows the gap. He couldn't get into our team, but our nearest rivals he plays regularly for, and he couldn't get into our team 4 years ago, before the team was as good as it is now. So also, as I'm playing this younger team, if we can beat the second place team in the league with our young stars of the future, that'll give us an idea of just exactly what the gap is in terms of competition. But we're going to let the assistant manager tell them what to do. They've been challenged to prove a point. Let's prove a point by doing the business today. Will be the plan for us. We're gonna do a shout just this early because that's silly. We are dominating possession, even if they are getting the shots on goal. But I'm sure as the match wears on, we'll find ourselves in a slightly elevated position of things. Lechia, as it stands, are ahead of Legia in the table as Matty Longstaff picks over. Kerry Wright threads it through to Sterling. Sterling, surrounded by bodies, almost finds his way into the box, but it's Orgario who manages to finally break down the play, and Wright finds himself offside. and that's the end of that movement, but it's all good. Valdemar List now with a corner, whips it over. Anyone on the end of it? Akira Wright was on the end of it, and Akira Wright has scored with an assist from Valdemar List, and who says those guys cannot play together? Akira Wright, club hero, 6th goal of a season in which he's hardly featured. Might be his last season at the club, although I said that last time and no bids came in for him, or when they did come in he refused to leave, so he might be with us forever, or we might let him go at the end of his contract, which goes at the end of next season. But leave thoughts in the comments on that one. If you think we should extend his contract, keep him here till he retires, see if we can keep him on as a coach, although he's shown no indication he wants to stay in the game after retiring. I can't even talk to him about it. Let me know what we think we should do with Akira Wright. Should we keep him and as just kind of a Hall of Fame retro player, or should we let him move on? As Keziah Sterling doubles our lead, 22nd of the season with an assist from Bruno Jordao, and our very much youth team slash legends slash rotated side is doing a number at home on Legia Warsaw, our nearest rivals in the league historically. Yeah, it's I'd love to get your thoughts on what to do with Akira Wright, because I'm genuinely not sure. There's part of me that wants to let him get on with his career, let him leave at the end of next season if we don't get a bid for him this summer, and see if he can find somewhere to score some goals where he's on his own level, or if we keep him around as a kind of backup nostalgia option. I think he's played his last game in Europe with the squad rules. But I think, we'll have to give a lot of thought to Akira Wright, because we want to be fair to him. He's been absolutely legendary for the club since we've been here, since we brought him in. And we want him to have the best of the last couple of years of his career. As Kowalski picks it up in the box, and Kondraki is there to clear it as it comes off the post. Yeah, it's weird. I want to give him the send-off he deserves. I mean, he scored a goal in this game. If it ends up being his last, he scored a goal. But he's 30 years old. He's got 2-3 years left in him at some level, and I'd like him to be able to play it out regularly. I'd like him to be a regular first teamer somewhere, but I can't offer that to him because I've got too many good strikers around him. So I'm not sure what to do. If I could loan him out and kind of just keep him out on loan for the next few seasons, I would do that. But I've tried offering him out for loan and nobody puts bids in for him. I mean, I'd like to loan him out to someone like Lecce. I mean, Aaron Levy should want him. They've played together. Just to give us a bit of a challenge, help boost them in European competition as well. But there's been nothing coming. Bang to Black, to Wozniak, to Jordao. Jordao with the ball forward to Longstaff. Finds Valdemar List, who plays it out to Kondraki on the right-hand side. Kondraki on the run. What can he do? Can he get across? He just goes for a shot himself, and De Wolf will get to that all day. Kondraki really, really does look up for this game. It's really nice to see. They've brought on Nia Skoda, who has been dangerous against us in the past, but we'll see if he can make any impact on this game, because at 2-0 we look very firmly in control of the whole thing right now. As Luis to Ogario, out to Kowalski, to Guerrero, to Kowalski again. Let's get rid of Sanovsky. Sanovsky's there. Sanovsky saves the day again. And we're blessed actually to have two very good keepers at the club with Sanovsky and Wilson. And that's another headache, because they will both be too old to qualify as under-22 players next year. So this team is starting to age, and it's not a pleasant thought. They've got a free kick against us. We're going to make some subs. I'm going to bring on Nicholas Pass, because we've not really seen a lot of him. I don't think he can actually play as a ball-playing defender. Can Dave Black do it for me? Better than Paz. That's okay. We'll switch those guys around. We're going to take off Bruno Jordao, and I think we'll take a look at Mark Wright, because Mark Wright has got some big potential. I don't think I actually showed you Mark Wright. There's some stats. He's starting to look like a decent prospect for us. He may get into it, be a better prospect for us. With some game time, he needs to improve his determination, and we'll see how that goes from Luis with the free kick. And Robert gets a goal. It's 2-1 now. They've pulled one back. And, well, maybe there's another twist in this tale still. Maybe there's another twist in the tale for our game against Legia that was supposed to be easy. I'm not going to actually stop making those changes. I'm still going to make them. Those guys were tired. And I do want to have a look at those players. There's nothing actually on the line for us. We just want to help Lecce do their job, and they seem to be doing okay with the help we've given them. I don't know actually if this became a draw. I don't know how that would affect things in terms of the league because I wasn't doing the maths. Uh, if they scored one more goal, they'd be ahead on goal difference. So we have to hold Legia back for Aaron Levy's sake as Black plays in Kondraki, who's picked up a yellow card. Black with the ball forward to Kondraki. Kondraki, what's he got around him? Just back to Black. Keep it simple. Amy Winehouse reference. Happy days. Right, Beck Sorensen to Saul, and they're on the attack again. And Matty Longstaff's out there, and that's always dangerous because that could be a bad tackle, and he's managed to not make a bad tackle. Kondraki clears, finds Mark Wright. Ball forward to Valdemar Liss, who hoofs it over the top to Akiri Wright, who's through on goal. Can he get a second? Akiri Wright gets a second goal of the game. And if Akiri Wright bows out of this with a hat-trick, I think that will be a magnificent way to end potentially his career with the club. I'm not saying I won't play him next season, but I feel like his appearances are just going to get rarer and rarer from this point out because there are, with our progress in the Champions League, our options in the transfer market have surely widened. Valdemar Liss has been injured, which actually allows me to make the other change I was thinking of doing a little earlier than maybe I would have done. We're going to bring Ethan Quimby into the game. Ethan Quimby has looked very, very good in terms of a young player as well, young American under-20 international. Looks like he's got something special to develop into, so this is going to give him an opportunity to come out and shine for us. We're going to do more praising because praising is always appreciated by the team. I don't think he'll have much chance to make an impact on the game, but it's nice to be able to see him, to use him. He was one of the guys I had in my head sort of planned to bring on, so nothing really changed from a game strategy perspective. I was expecting to see him replacing Valdemar Liss, and that's a 3-1 win to round out our season. With goals from Wright and Sterling, it's like the old days. It's like the old days all over again. Akira Wright even picked up man of the match because he's such a hero. Everyone looks delighted. That job is a good one on the season. Yeah, good times. Are we going to get any kind of extra money that we need to know about? Because that would be nice to see some payouts. Valdemar Liss is out for 6 to 8 days. He won't die. We've received 1.64 million for winning the league, and just as a bit of a preview for tomorrow's transfer special that we're going to do starting from this game, after this game, we'll do the press conference. I'll do the press conference off camera and all the other talking. We've got this guy, Vladimir Pleshko, a 17.5 million bid staggered over instalments for a wonder kid defender. He can play centre half or fullback quite happily. He looks like a really, really good prospect. I'm quite excited to have him potentially coming into the bag if I can find a way to meet those wages. And also this guy, another wonder kid who's not interested in negotiations, but I'll see if I can try and get him in over the summer. Martin Matashek is going to be a big story if we can get him in again, another wonder kid, attacking midfielder who plays that advanced playmaker role we use on support perfectly. So that's worth keeping an eye on. In the meantime, guys, join me on what will be Wednesday, because we're still in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, for the transfer special, which will be, and it's tragic to say this, the last episode from Student Towers. You will not see this behind me ever again after that, which is a bit sad because I've been here for 2 years, but still I'm no longer a student and therefore cannot live in Student Towers. That's how that works, basically. But in the meantime, guys, hit the socials below, Twitter, Insta and Patreon. Oh, before I forget, because I did forget, and I'll do this properly in the next episode, thank you to all the new subscribers. I will name you next episode. We finally hit the 100 subscribers mark. As I record this, we're on 102 subscribers, which is miraculous. I didn't think I'd get to 10 when I started this channel, and we've got to 102. May it continue. The next goal is going to be 1,000. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, if you're not one of those 102 and you'd like to join them and help us get to 1,000, the subscribe button is down there. Please hit it, and there's a like button, but also ring the bell because then it will tell you when I upload. But until next time, guys, I've been ChasingLamely. Have a good one.